My dear viewers, today we are diving into the captivating world of Shakira, the queen of confidence, femininity and sensual movement. Shakira's ability to move with such grace and power and wild femininity is nothing short than mesmerizing. In this video we are going to talk about her very special, wildly feminine body language and of course movement, because as you already know, hips don't lie. And you have also voted for Shakira and she got spot 1 in my last poll. Whose sensuality and feminine sensual movement you find most attractive and most appealing? Of course Shakira won, and I personally also have a special relation to Shakira because when I was younger, so when I was like in my teens still, Shakira became very popular here in Europe. And I guess also in the US. Before, she has already been a singer for a long time, but in the Latin American countries and in her home country, Colombia. But when she became very famous with this song, Whenever, Wherever, and I saw it on TV, I was immediately mesmerized and I felt so drawn to her as a singer and also to her movement, because at that time I was already doing belly dance. I have always danced since I was a small child, but I had a special connection to this oriental dance, and suddenly there was a very beautiful, wildly feminine, attractive woman with a great song moving in such a way in which singers, at least here in the West, don't move and have never moved before. These kind of movements, people were not familiar with them. So that was what really caught me, and of course I also loved the music, and later I found out about her older Spanish songs and I also loved them. And then I went to my very first concert, and that was, guess what? A Shakira concert in Frankfurt, which is a big German city. I went there with my mom, and I was super mesmerized by that. So this is my special relation with Shakira, and of course I also like her other songs, but I think that time when Whenever, Wherever came out, that was kind of the best time. Shakira stays wildly feminine and wildly attractive, and if you've been to a concert of her or if you've seen her perform on stage, you will see that she has a very different individual way of being feminine, and this way is very down to earth, sensual, very wild, very raw. I have not yet made a video about a feminine woman who embodies this kind of femininity, and that's why I'm super happy to make a video about Shakira. I think she can be an inspiration for this wild part that exists in all of us, and we can learn from her. So let's analyze this unique blend of strength and sensuality, of grace and power that so many of us admire, but somehow might feel out of reach. The good news is you can also bring out a little bit of Shakira or of the wild, sensual, feminine into your own life. Let's explore how. Part number 1, the power of posture. I'm sorry guys, I know if you are already watching me, you already think, oh my god, she's talking about posture again. But ladies, posture is the base, I have to cover it, and all of the ladies that we have covered so far have a very unique, good posture. And Shakira, who is on stage, has especially good posture. I mean, she's a small woman and she's always barefoot, which is also special about her, at least when she's performing. But what you can see is that she always stands tall and she always has a confident posture with the shoulders back, head held high. This not only exudes confidence, but it also creates a sense of presence, and you can also, in your own individual way, create this sense of presence when you enter a room, when you stand somewhere or you talk to someone. And you can achieve this partly, but to a large part, with your upright posture. So always think about the 3 things. Elevate yourself as if your head was pulled up by an imaginary string and roll your shoulders back. Also, if you can think about it, if it's not too much, engage your core, put your head up and your chin down. That's all. Okay, enough for that. Let's go on to the hips, because we know that hips don't lie. Shakira's hips are the big player in this whole game. They are the protagonist. So, the art of hip movement. Hips are also a big topic for me, not only because I'm a dancer for sensual dances and also belly dance, but because I'm teaching here how to walk, how to sway your hips also, and because I love hips. And I think this is such a feminine part of us, and if you get to release your hips, you will simply embrace this wild feminine and the sensuality in you. For Shakira, her hip movement is her signature. And of course, in her case, it is also part of her culture, because she was born in Colombia, in Barranquilla, but she has also Lebanese heritage. I think her father was Lebanese. So she has this in her culture. She has already been dancing Oriental dance or belly dance as a child. So I understand that she has it so much in her that she incorporates it in her presence, in her stage, in her performances. And this is very unique about her. Now, that doesn't mean that belly dance is not for everyone of us. And I've talked about that many times, and I've made a few videos also about it. So if you're interested, simply watch the videos that I will link down below, and you can just try if you like it. If it's not for you, but you still would like to get this hip sensuality and this hip movement that Shakira has, you can also simply do some hip exercises. And I have also videos about that, which I will link down below. But let's look at her hip movement. You see, these movements are not just sexy, they're a celebration of the feminine form. By embracing this natural sway and this natural movement of your hips, you can also tap into a sensual energy that is both empowering and liberating. You can simply also incorporate those hip movements in your daily life by, for example, relaxing your hips when you walk and letting them sway. I've talked about that many times, but it is a super easy way to simply practice releasing your hips in your daily life. Or sometimes put on some music that you like and just dance around, feel your hips, watch yourself in the mirror, just experiment and have fun. This is also a way to release your hips and to develop a more feminine hip movement, because you will feel very feminine when you do that. Also go barefoot. Do all of this barefoot. I know I'm talking about heels in some other videos, but we are here in a video about Shakira, about wild femininity. And when you are wild, you don't need shoes. Just go barefoot. Walk in the sand, walk on the grass. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Connect yourself with Mother Earth, like a Shakira does. You can really see how she does that, because when she dances, she's just wild. She simply lets go everything. And this is what you can learn from her. Point number 3, expressive hands. Hands are important, we already know that. But how is Shakira using her hands? Shakira often uses her hands to express herself while dancing or even talking, and her movements with her hands are always very fluid and of course also feminine. This adds a layer of femininity and also elegance to her overall presence. How can you incorporate this? Practice slow and deliberate gestures when you're talking or using your hands in general. And also try movements like gently brushing your hair, touching yourself in a way without touching. When you talk or when you are thoughtful and thinking about something, these actions will add a touch of sensuality to your movement. And it will happen in your everyday interactions. When dancing, whatever, if you're going out and dancing, if you're on a wedding and dancing, if you're dancing for yourself, incorporate your hands. Use your hands like Shakira does to interpret the music. Let them flow, and also use them to, for example, underline your movements. We are doing this in belly dance all the time. Even when you're just dancing in a normal way, you can use your hands. I'm showing you that in a video where I'm talking about a specific dance move that is super easy for everyone and it looks super sensual. I will link that video down below so that you can learn the move, because this one you can use it everywhere on the dance floor. Now let's continue with point number 4, the eyes. How is Shakira using her eyes in her body language and movement? And why did I also pick this part? Because the eyes are very, very important when it comes to sensuality and body language. And Shakira's eyes are a very powerful tool. So whether she's giving a smoldering look to the camera or making eye contact with her audience, her gaze is always confident, playful and full of life. It's intense. She is using her eyes. She's using them in a different way than other women, like the one we were talking about. And you can also incorporate this, of course, in your body language or in your interactions. Practice making eye contact when speaking to others. That's number 1. It shows that you're engaged and confident. Also try looking at yourself in the mirror and practice different gazes when you are insecure. This also sometimes helps. And really try to play with your eyes. And in the beginning, in conversations, when it is a playful conversation, you can try that best in a situation like that. Later on, you will become more and more confident. Just use them to express your inner thoughts and emotions boldly, like Shakira does. Now we are coming to point number 5, which I think is the most important part of this video, and it is something that we can learn from Shakira. It is about embracing your individuality. And what is Shakira's secret to her unstoppable confidence? Shakira's movement and body language are so captivating because they are authentically hers. Shakira embodies the wild feminine, as I already said. To my view, this is a very natural archetype of a woman, so to say, the woman that runs with the wolves. This is wildly attractive. This is also what captured so many people when her video, wherever came out with her movements and she's running through the desert and everything. This is something that is in us, and she is able to really, really express that. Natural femininity is quite rare nowadays. Women are not only suppressing their feminine side, their elegant feminine side or their girly feminine side, but also their wild feminine side. And we have all of these sides in us. This is called divine femininity. Shakira doesn't try to be anyone else, and that's where her true power lies. So embracing your uniqueness and allowing your true self to shine is the most empowering thing that you can do. And that doesn't mean that you have to be the wild person, the wild woman. I'm not. I have the side in me, but this is not like my main essence. I am more reserved, I am a little bit more maybe on the elegant, on the graceful side, and I'm just embodying this wild feminine when I'm dancing or in other situations. But if this is your main side and you have been suppressing it, you can simply express it. Every one of us has a different side, and Shakira shows us that we can simply express our feminine side, whatever it might be. And this will make us super, super attractive and also content. So how can you achieve that? And here comes the most important lesson. Ladies, please listen up. And if you're still here, first of all, thank you. And second of all, if you're new here, subscribe to my channel and activate the bell, because more of such videos are coming, and I would love to welcome you in my community, and you will find more videos that might interest you for sure. First, identify what makes you feel confident. Is it a particular way you walk, a type of dance that you do, or a specific outfit that makes you feel super confident and expressive? Embrace it. Second, celebrate your body, your individuality. The more you own who you are, the more others will perceive you as confident and be drawn to your energy. Number 3, practice self-love and self-care. This is super, super important. The more you love yourself, the more and the easier it will be for you to express love for others. So You don't need to be a global superstar like Shakira to embody this confidence and this feminine sensuality. By focusing on your posture, embracing your natural movements and enhancing them a little bit, using expressive gestures, just being more expressive in general. With your gaze, with your hands, with your body, you can channel your inner Shakira. Remember, it's all about being confident in who you are and celebrating your femininity in the way that feels authentic to you. So next time you're dancing in front of the mirror or walking into a room, remember Shakira's blend of confidence and sensuality and know that you can do it too. My dear ladies, thank you so much for watching. And if you liked my video and like my channel, please support me by just giving it a thumbs up, sharing it and commenting. I'm super curious and happy to read your comments. And I hope that I will see you in my next one. So just enjoy your life, dance around and be your authentic feminine self. Bye bye.